I can probably start, yeah, I don't know. Hi everyone, welcome back to my vlog. Danny here. So I recently put a poll up on Instagram, pretty much asking what you guys would like to see next, and the two options were my recruitment story and what I went through, and then a gear review. So recruitment won, so this video is going to be about my recruitment story. My next video I plan on doing a gear review and kind of just showing what we get, and everybody's always kind of interested on what Division I athletes get. So let's get started. I started playing AAU when I was in 4th grade, and I tried out for a team called Dayton Lady Hoop Stars, and I went through their organization all the way through my junior year, because at your junior year you stop unless you're an unsigned senior. So I played AAU, and we played in USJN tournaments, which a USJN tournament is when just coaches are allowed to come and watch you play. So an example would be the Windy City Classic, which is in Chicago, and we play in gyms that tracks around the top, and the coaches all sit on the track and watch you play. Pretty much the coaches have a really large packet that has all your your team, your name, your contact information, and your coach, so they know where to reach you. So pretty much I was getting offers from a couple other schools, and I have a binder at home. I'll show a video right now of what it looks like.
Welcome to your life. Yeah, yeah. It could be your fantasy. Yeah, yeah. Welcome to your world, my girl. Let it be your fantasy. Oh yeah. Yeah, I figured it out. I seen the unknown. Like a shot in the dark, I carried you home.
In that binder are letters that schools have sent me. A letter does not mean that you have an offer. A letter means that this coach or team has seen you play and thinks that you have the ability to fit into their cycle of play. Pretty much they see a potential in you to play with them. So they can contact you and so on. So my story with Quinnipiac, it's actually kind of weird. So pretty much my friend in high school was a senior and I was a freshman, and she committed to play at Quinnipiac, and I'm not gonna lie, honestly, I was like, what the heck is Quinnipiac? Like, it's a weird name, no one knows how to pronounce it. Quack Pack, Quinnipiac, Q-Pack, Quinnipiac. What? Like, no one knows how to pronounce it. It's Quinnipiac. So, pretty much I was like, okay, I'm getting other offers, like, whatever kind of thing. And my sophomore year, her parents work with my parents and said, oh, Danielle's doing elite camps with other schools, so Quinnipiac is having one. Would you like us to drive her down while we go to work to camp? And my mom asked me if I would like to go, and I said, sure, like, why not? So it was really just a short notice. I had like about 3 days, and it's a 10-hour car ride from Columbus, Ohio to Hamden, Connecticut. So I was like, you know what, might as well just get my name out there and go. So I end up going, and funny thing is, 2 days before we leave, my throat starts hurting. And I didn't really think of anything of it because I always get sore throats. So my throat started hurting, and I just kept going, you know. Got in the car the next day, drove 10 hours, stayed the night in a hotel, woke up the next morning, and I was like, oh my gosh, my throat is really hurting. But, you know, I ate a little bit of oatmeal, thought it would help, and then I left and went to elite camp. So at elite camp, we had to be there at 8 in the morning, and then it ended around like 4 or 5 o'clock. So in elite camp, pretty much you do strength and conditioning stations, 1-on-1, 3-on-3, 2-on-2. 5-on-5, and then they kind of put you through their offense to see if you can, you understand what they're doing kind of thing, and you can follow directions. So I'm doing elite camp and everything. Fun fact, or not very fun fact, I did not take one sip of water from 8 a.m. until 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon because my throat was so swollen I could not drink anything. I could not swallow anything. I could not eat anything. So I didn't have lunch when they gave us lunch at noon, and I did not drink any water, so I was extremely dehydrated, and I just had the oatmeal in the morning. So afterwards I was like, you know, you just got to give it your all. After this we can figure it out, and you just got to give them and show them like that you can do this. So pretty much after the camp, Coach Fabry kind of pulled me to the side and said, hey, I'm glad that you really came to this camp and everything. We really like what you offered, and asked me if I could come up and talk to her in her office afterwards. So I ended up showering, and I walked up to her office, and she sat me down and kind of said, like, you know, we'd really like you to be a Bobcat and whatnot. So pretty much offered me, and then we talked for a while, and my parents weren't there, so I did not accept the offer right away. Next year comes around, they have this thing called Bobcat Madness that they did. It's kind of like bringing in the new year and really just like letting you know that basketball season is starting in a way. And they had dunk competitions, and the team danced. I'll attach some videos. Yeah, that's kind of like what it looked like and everything, and it was a really good time and a really good atmosphere. My family was there, I was there. I was just, you know, like having a good time. My family loved the university, thought it was beautiful. I got that wow factor that every athlete kind of like wants to have or imagines having. I remember my last day, I walked up the stairs to go to Coach Fabry's office, and I was like, you know, like, I didn't talk to my parents about it, but my parents knew that, like, I really enjoyed coming the year prior for elite camp. So I remember sitting there in her office and her asking me, like, you know, we still want you to be a Bobcat kind of thing, but potentially this offer could close just because we need to fill this class. And I'm class of 2021. I looked at my dad, and I remember my dad giving me, like, this nod, like, pretty much saying, like, Danielle, yes, like, I would be okay with you coming here, like, as a parent kind of thing, and I see that you like it. So my dad gave me that nod, and that kind of, like, okay, in a way. I smiled, and I could not, like, wipe the smile off my face, and pretty much I was just like, you know what, Coach, like, I want to be a Bobcat. And when I told her, everyone was so excited. All the coaching staffs were all in their office, and then we came out of the office, and Coach Fabry yelled down the hallway, like, got ourselves a new Bobcat! And all the coaches, like, erupted, and it was awesome feeling. And then we came outside and met with the team again and kind of told them, like, you know, in 2 years, like, I'll be here. And we got a new Bobcat. So everybody was excited. I was excited, and flew back to Ohio after that, and it was amazing. It was such an amazing feeling. So I really hope that every athlete that is either watching this or has watched this has had that amazing wow factor, and you know, like, you work hard for it, so it's deserved, you know, like, you put so much effort into traveling and AAU and so much money and time and training. So at the end, when you get that wow factor, it's a great feeling. It's honestly amazing. I hope you guys liked this video. I'm sorry it was kind of boring compared to the last one, but you know, a lot of people ask questions about this, so let me know if you guys have any more questions, and comment below. Make sure you like and subscribe and hit that bell notification button. Bye.